Hi all. So my next most requested video to do for our isolation series is fouettes. Personally, I prefer boy fouettes or à la seconde turns. We use them a lot in the competition teams, routines, due to the fact that they're just easier to get cleaner. So that's what I'm going to go through today, is how to do à la seconde turns. So that's when your leg that's out to the side, it stays in second the entire time. You just hold it at about 90 degrees if you can, and it stays there and you spin around. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out our pirouette video up on our channel, because that goes through a lot of the basics with turns, which are really important to be nailing before you're trying to do fouettes. Because again, there are so many things to think about when you're turning that they need to be second nature when you're doing fouette turns. Especially your spotting, it's really important, and really important to stay on top of that axis. So keeping everything in one straight line from your head to your foot that's on the floor. Really important. Cool, so we're going to go through some drills to help with strength and things for our à la seconde turns, and then just break them down bit by bit how to do them, good ways to start practicing them. I suggest you don't try and do 4, 6, 8 turns in a row to start with. Try 1, then 2, then 3, and keep adding. Once you've got, 2 solid ones, then add 1. So you're doing 3, then 4, then 5. Don't try and do 8 straight away, because it's not going to happen. And all you're going to get is defeated. So you're better off starting with a smaller number, 1 or 2, seriously. And I'm going to give you some exercises to just do 1 or 2 of these turns, because it's really important to get 2 different positions in your à la seconde turns to make sure that you're hitting the right positions at the right times. So let's get into it. Alright, so you're going to need a chair or a wall just for balance for this these first couple of drills. So the first thing we're going to do is find the à la seconde position. So first position, because it all comes from ballet. Starting first position, we're going to lift our right leg first. So we're going to be working on our left leg. Our right leg is going to, from first position, you're going to point it up diagonally from your hip. So you don't want to go directly out to the side, because unless your turnout is literally flat, which is hardly anybody. So you do your natural first position, comfortable first position, and you lift your leg up in that diagonal position to second. Yeah, and we're going to hold it there. So you got your chair to hold on to with your left hand. Your left leg is just pulling all the muscles up, like we talked about in our pirouette video. You're pulling all those muscles up through your leg into your booty. So we're going to lift that we're going to put our right hand on our hip to start with. Lift that right leg, and you're just going to pulse it for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And relax. Shake both legs out. We're going to do that again 2 more times on the right with the right leg, and then we're going to swap into our left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's really important not to lean into the bar and let your body, or the chair, and let your body go this way. You still need to be pulling up through your torso, lifting up through your head like someone's got your ponytail and they're pulling you up. You still want that big up feeling through your torso while you do it. So 1 more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So exact same thing, except now you're standing on your right leg, pulling up all the muscles in your right leg, turning your tummy muscles on, standing up nice and tall. You're lifting your left leg in the air and pulse it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next drill we're going to do is now we're working the opposite leg. So we just worked the leg that's going to be standing, holding in the air. So that exercise will help you to hold that leg. So that was helping strengthen the muscles down the back and the front of the leg to hold it in that position. Now we're going to work our bottom leg, which will be our working leg while we're actually turning. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to start with our right leg in the air, standing on our left leg, holding the bar or the chair or the wall, whatever you're holding onto, with your left hand. Now your right leg will be in the air, and you can either have your hand on your hip or you can hold your hand out to second. If you are going to hold it out to second, really make sure that it is nice and rounded, elbow up, shoulder down, and you're not letting this happen or this happen. Yeah, so I suggest when you first start doing it, hand on your hip, it's just easier. And then once you feel stronger and more confident, you can use your arm. So now what we're going to do is hold our leg out to the side, just as high as you can. So I'm holding mine about 90 degrees, but it can be down here to start with. Yeah, it depends on your strength level. It's really not important, just so long as the leg's off the floor. So your leg's off the floor, we're working our bottom leg now. So we're plieing in our bottom leg and then relevéing up. Plie, releve. And you want to do this 8 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, like we did with the other side, shake it off, have a stretch, and do it again 2 more times. And then we swap sides and we do it on the other leg. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other thing to remember, again, we're not trying not to lean this way and using the bar or the chair too much. You want to still be pulling up through your torso, and you want to just be lightly resting. It's just there for balance. It's not there to grip onto. So if you'll see, I'm just sort of resting my hand comfortably on the chair. 2, 4, 6. Ooh. I'm going to do it all on the other side. Make sure you have a stretch between, a shake out. And if you can't do it 3 times, that's fine. Build up to 3 times. Start with 1 or 2 and build up to being able to do it 3 times. So now our right leg is our working leg. So we're just lifting our left leg, holding it up, holding onto the bar with our right hand. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So you probably notice on this side my leg is a little bit lower because I'm less confident on this side than I am on my other side. This is the preparation that I prefer to do. Everyone's different, but I come from a very jazz background, so this is probably the way that I've been taught and the way that I've always done them. So, preparation we're going to do is, your arm's going to come out to second, you're going to step your, so we're going to start turning on our left leg. So our right leg is going to come out to a nice parallel position on both toes. And I like to go 7, prepare 8. And this is the exact same preparation as we talked about in the pirouette video. Both knees are bent, you can see both of my feet. I've got my opposite arm to leg in front, and my weight is directly in between both legs. Really make sure there's a nice deep bend in those knees. You're up on the ball of that back foot so that you can push off it. So that is 7, down 8. Now from here, this is the part that I find a lot of my students struggle with, because you're taught from here, when you turn, you got to come straight up and up into your ball of your foot. Whereas I actually teach this from here, keep this bottom leg bent, only lift the heel slightly and turn to that front corner in a plie position, and your arms are together. Yeah, so just that much. You're going 7, 8, stay bent, just straighten that back leg, 1, and that's 1 here. So that's the first position while you're turning that you really need to get right. Is that you're to the corner, your arms are closed and your foot is pointed, bottom leg is bent. Yes, very weird. In a plie, so we're plieing here. Then what we're going to do from here, the second position that's important, is second. Arms out to second, leg out to second, and the working leg is on releve, straight bottom knee. So from this position, we want to pop up. To second. So slowly again, adding those two together. So we're preparing 7, 8, we turn 1, up, 2. Very hard to do slow. So just think about those two things to start with. Yeah, so you're just thinking about your preparation, nice big preparation. I'm going to the corner, to the front. Now, with that, spotting. Again, we talked about this a lot in our pirouette video. Spotting, you want to spot the entire time the front. Yes, so we're here, we're still looking at the front, and even when we're in the corner here, we're still looking at the front. Front. Here, front. Very, very, very important. Otherwise, you're going to start opening to the corner and the back if you're not for this position. Yeah, you're not going to be hitting the front in that position every single time, which is so important. So from there, once we're here, we've opened, our left arm is what gets us round. We whip that left arm in, close our arms, and we're back to this position. Yeah, so your leg is not going like this while you're turning. Your leg's in this position, it stays in this position. Your body turns, then your arms turn. Now, the bottom leg, it is only down, heel down, plie in the corner. The rest of the time you're up on your rise on a straight leg. It only comes down to the corner. So a drill I like to do with my kids when I'm first teaching these is just to do the preparation, the first corner, open, the second one to the corner. Yeah, so you're going 7, 8, to the corner 1, open 2, to the corner 3. And that's it. Yeah, you're not going to land beautifully here. You're going to fall a little bit. And that's fine because you've got momentum. But it's just to get those two positions correct every time. Yeah, but still spotting the front. Yeah, so I'll show you an example. So we're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, down 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's all it is. And then from there, you're just adding a turn every time. So then if we add another one, it would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a really good way to start with 4 days. They're not easy. They take a lot of practice. You can't just do them once a week in class. You have to find a space at home and practice them at home. You have to, or you're never going to get them. Trust me, it takes a lot of hard work. The biggest things is spotting and using your arms. Don't think about using your leg to whip you around. It's going to throw you off. The leg should stay in front of your body. If you're using your leg, it's going to end up behind you, and that's going to throw you off. It also is going to make your chest open up, which, like we talked about in our pirouette video, we want to have those core muscles tight, so you want to have your rib cage closed. Squeezing all those tummy muscles, yeah? And pulling up. These are one of those things I suggest practice it at home, video yourself doing it, look at yourself and correct yourself, and then try it again. Really, really easy. Then you've got, if you put your camera in your eye line, that can be your spot, a really easy spot. So yeah, have a go, have a practice, send us videos. I'd be happy to, if you sent me videos to give you corrections to help you with your 4 days turns. Yeah,